Hey everybody, Steve here, and here's a look at all the stories we're following from the AFR News Desk for December 2nd, 2014. Our lead story this week comes from over at Play.com, where they're currently in the middle of their Holiday Game of the Day sale. Today's Game of the Day is Red, White, and Blue Racin', and you can pick that up for just $29.95. Now every day up until December 10th, there's going to be a different game on sale. So if you're looking to pick up something from the Play.com catalog, this is a great week to do that. Also, if you haven't seen the review of Red, White, and Blue Racin', check out the links below. I did a review and I did a full run-through of one of the races in the game, and that link will be below as well. Over at APBA, they have added an interesting new item to their catalog, and that's that you can have a personalized card created for any one of their games. So if you ever wanted to have yourself in one of your baseball or football APBA games, now's your chance. Make sure you check out the links below for all the details on that new item. Last week on the show, I talked about a new game coming out in the spring of 2015, Platinum Series Baseball. And I forgot to mention it in the video, but I did put a link in the notes. There's actually a YouTube teaser video out for that game, so make sure you check that out. It looks like a really interesting game, and we're definitely looking forward to learning more about that here in the coming weeks. So with all the traditional Black Friday sales over and now Cyber Monday also over, there are still some companies that are having sales. Right now at Replay Games, up until midnight tonight on here Tuesday, December 2nd, you can get $5 off any in-stock baseball or basketball season. Over at FTP Sports, they are having a gigantic sale that's 40% off absolutely anything that they sell. You just need to use the code CYBERSALE when you check out, and that is going to last through tomorrow. That's Wednesday, December 3rd. And then over at True to Life Baseball, they are having a 30% off anything with the code 30OFF, and that sale also ends tomorrow. And now let's take a look at new releases. So just one new release to talk about this week, and that comes from over at Inside Sports, where they've released the 1999 NFL season for their Inside Blitz Football game. So now you can recreate the greatest show on turf, see if they can win the championship again, or see if some other team will climb to the top of the hill. And just a couple of reminders for upcoming releases. Over at Replay Games, they're still taking pre-orders for the 2014 yearbooks for their Replay Baseball game, and that's anticipated to ship out in January of 2015. And then over at Play.com, they have the 2015 Current Stars set for their Face to the Mat Wrestling game, and that is going to be released on December 10th. And now it's time for the question of the week. So last week on the show, I asked everybody what their thoughts were about teams coming off of a down year and then just reloading through free agency in light of the Red Sox recent big acquisitions. And most people were of the mindset that baseball is what it is right now, and if a team can afford it, they should go after the free agents. A lot of people seem to be on the, depending on what their favorite team was, they were either resigned to the fact that they were going to lose their current stars, or their team was going to splurge and possibly pick some up. But one user, Joe Rundy, commented about the Yankees from 1982 through 1995, where they went through one of their worst spells in current history, and they were one of the biggest spenders during that time, where George Steinbrenner just simply went out after every big name free agent that there was, but they didn't come away with any playoff wins and no World Series titles obviously during that time. So going out and being a big spender isn't always the cure for what ails you. So thank you again to everybody that comments. Always great to hear from the viewers. And this week I'd like to know, what are your thoughts about when you're replaying a season, if you should use the as played lineups or if you should make the call on your own? There was a recent discussion on the Tabletop Sports forum over at the Delphi forums, and it kind of piqued my interest. As many of you know from watching the show, I actually like to use fictional sets when I'm playing through a game, just to avoid sort of conflicts of interest like this, where I might be tempted to not use maybe my least favorite team's players when I'm going through a game. But I'm curious what people think about this. My kind of thoughts is, if I'm going to play through a season, that I'd like to make my own calls, because if I'm just going to simply use the lineups as played, I might as well let a computer simulation play that out. But I'd like to know what your thoughts are. When you're going through a season replay, do you like to use the lineups exactly as they were played, or do you like to make your own calls as the manager of the team? As always, I'll highlight some of the comments on next week's show, and I look forward to hearing from the viewers. And now it's time for channel updates. So last week we picked up another handful of subscribers, and we're now up to 473, so just 27 shy of hitting that 500 mark. So the goal is still in sight for the end of the year. Thank you to everybody that's helped spread the word, and we're definitely looking forward to bigger and better things as we head into 2015. The next review I'll have up is Face to the Mat from Play.com, and then look for a Under the Hood with that game shortly after the review goes up. Other than that, I'll keep doing the weekly news every Tuesday, and that's going to take us into the new year. Okay everybody, that's all for now. Thank you for watching. My name's Steve, and I'll see you next time after further review.